Yeah, we're 15 minutes early, but just because this week was so unpredictable, we decided to be unpredictable too. Look at the thumbnail. Habibi kick in the corner. Dijak.
Nice. It's nice of you
That's a
to hold back
double.
Dragon Eric.
Huh?
It's nice of you to hold back Dragon
You see, the worst part
No,
about that.
no, Eric wish he had that hair that man has.
You know, I wish I had his butt because then my pants would stay up better.
I'm
Look
going
at
to
that.
be honest and say that looked more like West from B-More holding
It
back
do,
Dragon
it
off
do,
the hair.
it do. But you know, this picture made me laugh. It had because it's not often that you see such intense white on white crime. Like this is hate right here.
What are you talking about, Dragon off and him?
Yeah, jacking off in
Well,
the
I would like to say, in honor of Black History Month, The Rock had to slap the shit out of Cody. For every black man that has ever walked this planet. You didn't cure racism. Again, when you talk about The Rock's blood, he's talking about my blood, Eric. He's talking about your blood. Can you all right, you cut to the regular screen right now. Can I tell you something?
Wait, hold on, wait.
Congratulations to The Rock and his team for putting
welcome
together
everybody
the family
to the Sharpshooters podcast.
Oh, I guess
I'm
you don't
Eric.
care what I'm saying.
I gotta do the opening.
Who cares about the opening?
I'm Eric. I gotta do the damn opening. Follow the format, Marcus.
I'm Rob Manny Hayes, and we are brothers by blood oath.
By blood. If you see my name. Anyway,
I'm not used to being on this side.
And guys, what do you want to talk about? So go ahead, Marcus.
Eric, can I jump in real quick? Because I know what you want to talk about, but I want to jump in and say I commend the Rock's team or whoever came up with the family tree. We all have had to do the family tree project as a kid. I thought his was well done, and I think that they deserve all A's for what they did in that family tree. And shout out to Danny Garcia for being in it.
Well, you know, first of all,
don't know who that is. I'll be honest.
That's his wife, his first wife.
Oh, that's his wife?
That was his first wife. That's the one who created, his partner.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought it was just some guy.
No,
I didn't really look at the format of the tree. I just saw Danny Garcia. I was like, who the fuck is that?
I just want to point out that we are safe from the Rock slap. I was very disappointed with the Bloodline family tree because I didn't realize that their blood is really not mixing. It was a blood oath. I was like, a blood oath? Because if you saw, Nia Jax was off to the side and she had no connection to nobody. And I'm just like, so how is she even related? But I guess,
cousin.
If you call your family, you call your family. You know, what can you do about that, right?
Yeah.
So Manny,
how much did you look into the family tree? How much did you look into it?
Well, I know Naomi's on this tree.
She made it. She made the tree.
Also, surprisingly, on this tree, despite not even being paid by the WWE, Jacob Fatu is
Jacob
also on this
Fatu, which
tree.
I was like, oh, that's interesting.
But I didn't look at anyone else.
But Marcus, I'll tell you this right now. Based on what Rock creating his family tree, I think I move for a motion, Marcus, to add Manny to our family tree to make him part of our bloodline.
We're gonna put
Manny on our bloodline.
We're gonna put Manny to the side.
Gentlemen, wasn't just a spicy week in wrestling like that press conference? Let me tell you, it's one thing that we've talked about wrestling for as long as we've talked about wrestling, and I say it hands down. Wrestling is so much better when stuff happens that we don't know is going to happen or when we're not promised something's going to happen. No one who tuned in to the pre-show expected any of this nonsense of people just being from Seth being salty to even a little Bianca speech to Rhea stuff. I thought it was a well-done press conference with CM Punk talking about punching people in the face.
Punch your boss in the face.
Yeah. I was just like, this is hilarious. I really loved how this press conference was executed. And then the slap heard across the world. And then Rock taking shots at Triple H. I loved every second of it. This was probably the best thing in wrestling this week. And it was a lot of good stuff that took place.
It is.
No, Eric, it's the best thing. It was like an hour-long promo, which I mean, the Bianca thing was probably the weakest of the set. but I wasn't expecting
But-
any fireworks from it.
She
But
said
what
she
you
had no
got-
reason to be there.
Yeah, and the
She's
thing
on
is,
her
for me,
own.
she didn't even have a
Against the
match.
law.
She was only there to be the token for Black History Month. That was the only reason she was there, because she has nothing actually going for her till SmackDown. They should have put Bailey there, but then if you put Bailey there, you gotta have EO that will stand out like a sore thumb because she can't speak English properly. So that's probably why they kept her away from it. But what you got from Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch was just like a little, when the water started to simmer. Started to boil a little bit.
I love
And then
the
and then
tone
this
in Manny's
whole
voice.
Then this
But-
whole
but-
bullshit decided to happen, and then it was
But
like,
Betty,
wow.
But Manny, yeah, we had the simmer. We had the simmer, right? And the next thing you know, it started becoming a rolling boil when Seth came out there. And Seth decided he's going to call out Cody. And then guess what? Cody doesn't come out because the tribal chief comes out. And then they start digging at each other. Marcus, go ahead.
No, I was
No,
acknowledging
you're
the
just
tribal chief.
acknowledging.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
so
all
you
I
know,
was
like,
doing. That wasn't
so that rolling boil start coming. So now you're ready to add your noodles in there to make the ramen. And then just when you think shit is about to get, a Rock shows up. And it's like, and then Roman announces that he's just changing all protocol where he is going to decide who he's going to fight at WrestleMania. I don't know when this has ever happened, but I also appreciate somebody being that egotistical, thinking that he can change what a person does when they win the Royal Rumble. Like,
Well, I like it in the background. That's not how this works. I think it's Steph yelling that in the
Yeah,
background. That's not how this
it
works. That's not how any of this works.
But yet, at the same time, he's yelling this in his wife's shoes. I can't get over his shoes that he was wearing. Them shoes was not
A
fire.
grown man should not be wearing black loafers with white bows on them.
No, there's no world.
I expect him to be a leprechaun this weekend or something. I'm like,
But the
what is
suit,
this?
but the suit, fire. But the shoes ruined the whole thing.
So then The Rock shows up like he's dressed to go to the gym and also go and whoop somebody's ass. And you know
When is he not dressed like that?
No, but then he accepts the challenge, knowing that this is not how shit works. This is not how WrestleMania works. But we're bounded by
Eric,
blood.
Eric, someone in the production truck clearly thought this is how this works because of the graphics on the side. It went Roman Reigns and then The Rock on the other side.
Well,
Until
You
Cody
can't
comes
blame
out.
them. You can't blame them for Cody not giving anybody a straight answer at what the fuck's going on.
But
He
Manny,
come in
let me-
so indecisive.
Manny, those
After
graphics
this
was,
week.
those
Ridiculous.
graphics was made by the same people who decided to make the bloodline graphic of the family tree, which is going to probably be used in projects going forward for all wrestling fans in high school. Here's my family tree. It's the bloodline. But then I think my favorite part about it is just that, you know how when somebody feels like they're being stepped over and being ran over and they just say, I had enough, Cody just walks out. And he had these two-tone vanilla bean brown shoes on. I noticed this, and he just says, what's going on? And they're like, Cody,
No, he did not say that, Eric. He came out and said, "This is bullshit."
This is bullshit.
I was
Bullshit.
I was trying
I got a
to
cuz. He was like a little kid walking into all his parents talking and was like, no, we're not doing my sister's birthday party on my birthday. This is bullshit.
This is my birthday. You know, I had liberty to cure racism, and you guys are not going to screw me out of this, Roman. So I choose you, Roman.
Oh, I thought
and,
you were going to say the N word.
and you know what, Roman? Your family would be disgraced if they knew what you were doing. But
Hold
also,
on.
let me just point out, Seth digs at Roman were hilarious. I can't believe you decided to show up for this. You know,
Yeah, they all had digs.
I
No,
love
there's a
this.
little dig. There's
It's the
the dig
Roman
that
did. It's like he came to work with his wife's shoes on.
Yeah.
yeah, because remember he dug at him before then, and then he was like, they brought it back to last week when Roman was telling Seth, he brought up his name, not much of a pop. That's a shame.
Yeah, and then he keeps saying
It's
that's a good pop.
punch. Oh, that's a good pop. I think it's still a good pop. So it's
But
still petty between
No,
them.
also started off petty when Rock was on Pat McAfee talking about hashtag Cody crybabies. So you know they agreed to their main event. The graphic comes up, Cody's pissed, and then he starts talking about the bloodline. And unbeknownst to him, he crossed the line that no one knew was there. And The Rock decided to say what the five fingers said.
I still think Roman crossed the line way before Cody because he said
he talked about Dusty.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. That's what prompted Cody to come back.
But man,
Which The Rock was like, hold on.
there's 2 against 1. And I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
do you know what that was?
Yeah.
That's basically ESPN First Take when Shannon Sharp and Stephen A gang up on Dan Orlovsky all
Yeah.
year, all football season. This is basically what happened.
And I'm just telling you right now, Tony,
I like
I
to
need
see
you
this
to
is what
do me a
happens when a
favor.
white man show up to the cookout and
And
step over on his line.
I'm telling you this, Tony Khan, I need a favor from you. And I know you don't want to help out WWE.
Oh, why is Tony brought up right now?
But Cody needs somebody. Can you let Dustin Rhodes just get a leave? I just need Dustin to show so he can have somebody in his corner. Just anybody. Because he needs somebody right now. He's fighting against the world.
Well,
He's
I
like
messaged to you. He's like Bianca.
He's like Bianca.
So I messaged you guys and I said Dustin's missing a huge paycheck right now because of whatever business he's doing with AEW. That man is missing money because the match is simple. It's the Rhodes versus the Anoa'i family bound by blood. You can do it in Australia and the Elimination Chamber or whoever. It shouldn't be confusion of who should be Cody's partner in all of this. Like you guys, I enjoyed the hell out of this. I have been talking to people at work about this, and everybody has seen this and going like, what are they going to do? What's next is going to happen? Like the excitement behind it, like it really hyped me up for WrestleMania. Of like, oh, this was a twist I didn't see coming when Roman and The Rock joined sides, and then it's nothing like seeing Roman become Jimmy Uso. It's not like seeing that. He was the right hand man or he showed up and The Rock took full charge.
But Marcus,
because when he went to Hunter in the back and you fixed this shit, Hunter.
Mark, I know when Cody crossed the line when he started. Yeah, you talk about your family. What about Jay? And I was like, oh, you can't bring up Jay.
That's where's Jay? Where's Jay?
It's like
where was Jimmy? Where was Solo? It was really intriguing just seeing all of that of the layers, and then I have no idea what they set up at the end of the show.
Well, I thought that the momentum carried over into SmackDown, where you had Triple H come out with his announcement, and let me point out, Nick Aldis, Manny, I know you hate it, but that was a fire suit, man. That suit was tailored, especially standing next to Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce suit looked like it was from JCPenney, top of the line. I was okay with the tie coordination.
What do you mean I was online taking shots?
You took a shot. You were like, oh my God, everything was going great. You were talking to kickoff. You say Triple H come out there. He's taking shots at Evolution, not Evolution, at The Rock, using all his catchphrases and stuff. And then he said it was like all the air was sucked out of the room when Nick Aldis started talking. How dare you do that to Nick?
Adam Pearce is never that animated. When Adam Pearce started sprawling off what matches and who was going to be in this Elimination Chamber qualifiers, he decided to go into full promoter mode. So therefore, there was two levels to Triple H and Adam Pearce, and then they were just boring in the middle sandwich.
I think you're so biased. I thought Nick was excellent in this role right here. I thought he was
not excellent.
He was not excellent.
He was basically a divas match between main events.
What the hell?
But I also thought that they gave me another reason to watch SmackDown, because later on the show, Paul Heyman comes in and he tells Triple H, Roman's gonna be here next week. And then the Rock will be here next week.
Gotta walk out the room and come back. And The Rock.
But the thing is, no one had told me that Triple H was going to be there next week either. I'm like, what the hell we go? So is it has Triple H been cleared? Will it be Triple H in the corner of Cody? That would be interesting. We know Triple H and The Rock don't like each other.
Would it be Cody and Jay? If Triple H can't make it? Because let me tell you for the record, we're officially on the road to WrestleMania. You know what tells me we're off the road to WrestleMania? When the brand split just goes to hell.
Oh, it does, baby.
When everybody just on every show and every match mingles into each other. And that's what that Elimination Chamber qualifying matches and all that meant to me. Oh, Drew McIntyre could just be here.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre is there. And then when you start figuring out what the qualifying matches were, and let's just talk about a little bit of SmackDown in this situation. There are some unfortunate things, because there are some matches where the people who I want to win were not going to win. I'll be honest. I'm a Randy guy through and through, but I wanted Sammy to win his match. I wanted Sammy to, in my head, I was like, I need Sammy to go to the Elimination Chamber, defy all the odds, and then it's Sammy versus Seth in the main event of WrestleMania. I know nobody wants that, but what could happen?
Hold on.
For example,
you can't say nobody because as it stands on ETE are triple the highest rated ETE in months. If I'm doing my Tony Khan, if I will say this. I said it will be Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn.
Well, I guess it's not going to be that because he lost.
I think it's going to be that. I still think he's going to find a way in there.
Name is not. How does he get in there?
Loser bracket?
Good old-fashioned injuries. Good old-fashioned Kofi Kingston getting thrown out and beat up or something.
The one thing I will give
Sammy's getting in there, and the reason we're doing this is because he had the promo on the back before, and he had that promo on Raw that, he got to get back on track.
I'm gonna be completely 100% honest. I would love for Sammy to get in, but I would honestly sacrifice Sammy and also Randy because I need one person to get into the Elimination Chamber. He deserves to be in the Elimination Chamber. What he has done in 2024 and late 2020, since she had the antlers in there, Ivar needs to be in the Elimination Chamber. I need him to win his match. I don't think he can win his match, but I need Ivar. He's going against somebody that let me look it up.
He's out.
He doesn't.
Ivar's out.
Don't chuck out Ivar like that.
Ivar ain't getting in.
I know he's not right now.
Eric.
It's LA Knight. I don't like no LA Knight. I want Ivar to win.
$25 in cash.
Wait
on this show.
Wait. Ivar might get in. He's fighting LA Knight. LA Knight cost AJ with the most pettiest thing of put. He
need to grow up. Yeah, hold on. I want to tell you that man needs to grow up. He too old to be doing little shit like that. I'm gonna put the water at the end of the table so I can spill on him. And then on top of that, he wanted to fool a full old lady to Cersei. I want you to know I did it because I'm gonna start sipping on said water.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Guys,
grow up.
I think Ivar can get in though. He's gonna get it because AJ ain't gonna let this shit slide, right?
No. So this is how Sammy could get in. AJ takes out LA Knight before the chamber match.
This is get Ivar in.
No, I would take him
Ivar
out
ain't getting in.
Qualifies. I'm taking out LA Knight before he even qualifies.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to Bobby versus Big Bronson Reed? That's meat on meat.
That's meat on meat right there. That's big meat slapping meat right there. And that actually looks like a really good match. And I am looking forward to it. But Eric, if Ivar gets it, I'll tell you this. I'm going to get $25 in ones. I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to pay you one by one.
Hey, we can record that and
it's going to spell it's going to spell out Ivar is in the elimination table.
Manny,
that's how we do that.
Manny, I have a question for you because I was concerned about you when I saw this segment. The Pride was backstage. I'm not sure if that was their name, and they let BFAB talk. Did you turn off your television, or let me know what was going through your head at that moment?
Eric, it's the middle of the night when I watch these types of things sometimes, and sometimes you just know how to tune things out. Like it's just like sometimes sometimes you put a shell to your ear and you hear the ocean. Yeah. I could just make my brain do that just on in sync. Anytime at that in the middle of the night.
You see, the issue that I have with BFAB being in there is that you just know they're not taking this group seriously, because if they really wanted to make this a serious group, they would have put Bianca there, because honestly, Bianca is the biggest main event of everything. Oh, I'm glad JK Swish fished his name because I was confused. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, let me ask this,
Jonathan Washington.
I was like, what the hell?
I didn't even realize that.
I was like, what the hell's going on? Good morning, evening. May Hulk Hogan eat a terrible crab. The Knicks might be good, Manny, and may the refs have a great game tomorrow. Better chance of winning. That $55
Why is Jonathan watch this text?
You do it with sorry old lunch lady daddy.
But I'll just what were we talking about before we got into JK?
We were talking about Ivar and BFAB.
BFAB. Oh, so my thing wasn't the BFAB teaming up with the Pride because we are one step closer to the Elektra Lopez B-Fab elimination match where everybody gets fired. It's the team that I know is not going to be taken serious, and I'm going to put this right here. Eric, Ashanti the Adonis, aka Tahuti.
That wasn't even on TV, Marcus. That wasn't on TV.
I know that.
Marcus, when I went to my to WWE to find pictures and stuff for my thumbnail, I saw that shit. I didn't even click the video. I was like, oh hell no. This is what Nick Aldis had. This is what Manny was talking about. Why Nick Aldis make mistakes. No one wants neither of these guys on TV.
I'm happy for them, but I don't see them winning a single goddamn match. And when they do, that will be the day Penta and Ishii win matches in the same week.
That pairing is right up there with the weirdness of like when WWE announced their pairing with Twitter.
It ain't weird. They black. Put them together.
AKA X and they're gonna have these 5-minute short matches that are exclusive to X, and I'm like, who wants that?
Who need quickies? Like, I need to get my WWE fix. I need this 5-minute match of Natty versus Maxine Dupree.
Oh shit! I'm feeding. Well, if it was only a place I could get me some WWE real quick. Oh, you know what? On Twitter,
I just need 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes of WWE.
I'm also glad to see that I'm the only one who did not know how to pronounce Pete Dunne's name. I am so glad that they finally.
Dunne, that's a new one.
Dunne.
Yeah, that was pretty. That's not pretty deadly. Responding to that.
Who is this Pete
and Tyler Batty,
Batty
or Batty or whatever.
I was like,
by the way, their video package is showing the Queen in the sky. Oh, Lizzie is looking at us right now. So kill me when they said, "Oh, Lizzie," and I went.
So Manny, also when I was watching this match, the second match that took place on SmackDown, there was a match between Bianca and Michin, and I just went through my head. And I was thinking to myself, Manny, would you rather have Michin or Red Velvet? Because they both made their return to job out, and I just want to know, who do you pick in this situation? And Marcus, I'll ask you the same question, but you'll have a little bit more time to think about this.
No, I got my answer already. Ain't nobody believe any of them are gonna win the match when they come out there.
One, for the record, I am going to go for the record. I know neither one of them go win. It's a shame what wrestling's doing to our black women right there. But I am going to take Red Velvet.
Really?
She's straight for your mama kitchen, and she don't have the Good Brothers going up there high five.
But Marcus,
that just tells me what are they for?
But
what are those guys for?
Can I tell you something though, Marcus? I think, and I'm going to take a phrase that you guys use all the time. Red Velvet deserves a strike. She came out with her wrestling attire that looked like she was wearing an apron, showing that she was straight out her mama's kitchen. And I said, I can't deal with this. I just can't. I just cannot. And we'll talk about AEW shortly, but overall, I just want to go back to my original question. So unpredictability in wrestling, that's the best thing ever, right? That's when wrestling is at its best, correct?
Not always, Eric.
Okay.
Because Michin being put in a match is unpredictable, and that is not always a good thing.
Yeah, Michin, I have no problem with that. Manny, you're being harsh on this match. I think Michin did it.
It was a good, decent
match. It was a good match. But I want to say we bring up unpredictability not being a good thing because unpredictability was previous week on SmackDown. Rock comes out and says, "Hey guys, I made him in WrestleMania." That was not a good thing for anybody, and no one had that on their bingo card whatsoever. Unpredictability goes back to WrestleMania 9, Manny, when Hulk Hogan beat Yokozuna because Brett was like, "Go for it."
Somebody that being too predictable is Braun Breaker's in the back. He's trying to talk to Triple H about where he's going, but he's wearing a powder blue suit. I'm like, it looks like you picked SmackDown already, Braun. What you doing?
When he goes to Raw, he gonna bring out his brother Love suit. I don't know. Who knows? He gonna dress up as Kane. Who knows?
Manny.
Oh,
go ahead.
I think this man needs to get his shit together and figure out what the fuck he want to do. It shouldn't be that hard. You go to SmackDown. That's where the real title's at.
Nah, you go who pays the most.
Yeah, you go who pays the most, Marcus. It's all wrestling. Marcus, my question for you now, and I have one for you, Marcus. Do you believe Dakota Kai was truly
his name twice?
Was truly genuine with Bayley in her reasoning on why she wasn't there? That she had a pre-appointment, she didn't know this shit was going down. Marcus, do you believe Dakota Kai?
I do not believe Dakota Kai. I believe she's a snake, a liar, and I heard the crooked in her knees. You know, that's her tale. I play poker with Dakota Kai, and whenever those knees crickle, you know she playing it. She's bluffing. She's lying. So Dakota Kai, if you saw the situation, never hit anybody with that chair, but looked like she was lying up to hit Bailey. She's gonna do that again. She's gonna do that again. There's nothing in the weeks telling me that Dakota Kai is siding with Bailey, as she's been siding with Io and the Japanese girls all this time. This time.
Yeah.
So watch your bick.
Wes, who was in our thumbnail pulling apart Dijak and Ilya, he says, "Why are the Street Profits keep looking like fools? Montez just standing behind Bobby as she draws his rumble and then just leaves." What? My whole thing about this whole segment this week with the Pride was that I'm getting sick of Dawkins suits. This suit was even worse than anything else. It was just standing out for no reason. No reason.
I think we spent way too much time talking about this segment. The idiot of the final testament, the Pride business does not matter.
And then I want to point out the best gym in WWE right now, Logan Paul. I thought his promo backstage that he cut on Pearson Aldis, talking about what the fuck. I just wanted to have my title shot. But then you guys put me in this elimination chamber. I don't understand why I gotta qualify. And then fuck it, I'll do it. Like, he went from I don't want to do it to I'm going to do it, but I'm gonna be at main event. I enjoyed this segment. Miz versus him, I don't expect too much. I expect him to go over Miz.
Absolutely, but I also can see him losing and getting a contender for his match. There's no reason to put Logan Paul in that chamber other than his athleticism and saying we got Logan Paul in the chamber match. There's no reason. Who's he fighting for the U.S. title?
And then we all knew Sammy was a dead man walking. Randy was going to win.
I didn't.
You didn't know?
I believed.
I did not expect. I did not expect. Drew to come out there. And shout out to Drew for having a good week. I mean, from a guy who was 3 weeks ago was irrelevant, who said we need to be off the TV, to now he had the #1 selling shirt in WWE. I mean, come on, man.
Eric, he prayed for this.
Marcus, I tried to buy the shirt, but I just could not justify spending $40 for that shirt because it just made me laugh.
Also, none of the proceeds will be going to see him.
None of them. None of them.
None of it. This is mine. This is mine. Drew's a piece of shit. And he's been playing the best piece of shit in wrestling since Christian Cage stopped appearing on my TV. Oh.
Where the fuck is Christian at? Where's he at?
He shows up on Collision every now and then and with his family. And I think he jumped the shark when Nick Wayne Mama joined the faction. That's when I got tired of it. But Drew's my favorite son of a bitch out there right now. And then I think a contender might be The Rock.
Not Dijak.
No, Dijak is a motherfucker.
No, Dijak's a racist. That's what we got to look forward with Dijak.
Well, now he's going to the whites, man. He's going to the whites.
I actually feel bad for Dijak because he lost to an old boxing glove on a stick. And I was like, shit, I ain't seen a person lose to a boxing glove on a stick since the episode 14 of Looney Tunes from 1983. You know, you just don't lose a match like that.
I saw Wally Coyote at the Crush in 93.
Yeah.
But Dwayne didn't win. He didn't win.
He did. He was an evil clown that day. He wasn't a good clown. He was an evil clown.
He was an evil clown. Shout out to Crush for taking that, doing the job for doing.
You know, this was a week of douchebaggery because who's the biggest douchebag this week? I'm assuming it'll be The Rock because you had Mello, who brought it back to the 90s with his old mini pocket suit, and then he walked out to the ring and went to the back. You got Drew. You got Drew being an asshole. You got The Rock being an asshole. Hold on.
My asshole. No. Yeah, Hangman's an asshole too, but his assholeness isn't make no sense.
And I'm gonna talk about that.
I'm gonna give you, as Bianca Belair and Michin had the Martin Luther King Black History Month Women's Match of the Month. I'm going to say Kiana James had the Black History Month moment when she poured out that girl's coffee for no reason. No damn reason. She came back and started some trouble.
Off because, as I told Marcus on the phone call, Kiana James see what's going on. That white woman is getting to the head of Idris and Malik. And we all know when white women show up, bad things happen. That's why they lost their match. And so that's why she had to pour out that toxic drink to try to save her black brothers in Black History Month. And Marcus, shout out So Roka's making her in-ring return, Marcus. She's coming back. She's coming back. So Roka.
My Nubian princess.
But yeah, let's talk about that son of a bitch, Adam Page, man. The match between Swerve and Adam Page. It was an entertaining match. I will say that. I thought they cooked out of a lot of finishers and stuff like that, but I want to say it was probably the moment of the week that made me so irate that I did not get a fucking finish of this match. And then it just led to a triple threat match against Joe. And I understood Joe's frustration. This made absolutely. Why can't they let Swerve just shine, Marcus? Why can't Swerve? It's Black History Month. Why?
Because the title match is in March. Oh, let me add this, Eric. Let me add this. If you have beat a man and you're 2-0 against this man, you come into the new year, you're still undefeated.
Yes.
That man's also undefeated. You guys have a match to see who the number one contender is. It ends in a draw. I'm sorry. Does that mean that person can say, "Ha ha, I cost you"?
No.
You're mad. I cost you your number one contender match. Now no one gets it.
So first and foremost, the match.
That's what Joe and Hangman were thinking for some reason.
It should have never happened because guess what? Swerve had more points. If this was soccer, and it's like he had more points going in. He beat him twice already.
No, but they clearly they established that whatever had gone wrong between them in the past does not count for some reason. So
yeah,
at the start of the year, man has vowed to stop Swerve even coming close to that title. Eric, let me put it in the terms. If I kidnap you've beaten me twice, but I decide to kidnap your wife, and you can only get her back if you defeat me. But then you can't defeat me because it's a draw, and I say you can't have your wife back. That was Hangman's logic. But Tony's logic.
Excuse me.
Where's the wife kidnapping?
Hold on. I need to change my glasses. I need to pontificate right now. I wish I had my black man hat on him because I want to point out right now.
Those are the same glasses, ladies and gentlemen.
This is just another moment of the white man moving the goalposts when black people are trying to be successful in the world of life. Right now, Swerve has done everything in his power. Everything in his power to be the number one contender for the AEW championship. And you know what the white man did? The white man in Black History Month, he took that goalpost and put her to give it to a racist for Virginia with a mustache. I knew it. You know it. That match should have never happened. It was BS. And at the same night in Black History Month, they took a title off of another black man and gave it to a white man, and then he got beat up by a group of whites in all white. Racism in AEW running wild. That's all I gotta say.
Are you talking about the main event?
I'm talking about the main event.
I think I saw a different main event than you saw, but damn. When you called the Young Bucks the Ku Klux Klan in some nice sports coats, that's kind of out of line. I'm
just saying, once again, black people in AEW just can't win. Hobbs got beat up by Sammy Guevara for no good reason. No good reason.
Well, he took the ass whooping. He ate that up. But can I also add, Eric, as a Swerve thing to me made no sense, and how he got to compete in the Continental Classic. He's done all these matches. Hangman's had like 2 matches. He's done everything. Swerve's done everything. Doesn't matter. He in whiteface every week, but it kind of bleeds through. Oh, the ending of the show, which I'm going to say, as I said on Thursday, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the beating of Sting and Darby Allin with baseball bats, the white baseball bats in the white suits. However, Eric, I want to ask you something. Earlier in the night, CMLL invaded AEW and attacked the Blackpool Combat Club. Now, they were wrestling guys who were in the crowd last week or were not in the crowd last week. I don't know. It seems like these CMLL guys just exist in endless numbers, but we can't tell them apart. But anyway, the dastardly Blackpool Combat Club. That's so mean.
It don't matter, man. Because we
first of all, it's 3X.
Let it on us. I'm okay with that. Shit.
Oh,
Get your question out, Marcus.
Eric, the Dastardly Blackpool Combat Club proceeded to who have whooped ass and has done some horrible, despicable things to a lot of people in that locker room. Everybody made their mama a randos made the save to protect the Blackpool Combat Club from a bunch of 5'3" luchadors. They were this tall, okay? They are this tall. They're not that big. I'm just saying.
My brother Marcus, let me tell you this
Sting!
Right now. My brother Marcus, my brother,
63-year-old legend, Eric, is getting beaten with a baseball bat. Who came to help the Sting?
Marcus.
Who came to help Sting?
Marcus, as my brother Levi said in the chat, Marcus, Sting is black and white. The side that decided not to help Sting with that beat down because that was the black Sting in the ring right there. They didn't want that man to be helped right there. He didn't want that. But Marcus, let me ask this question.
Sting and his kids got his ass beat.
Would you want Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Luke and maybe Axel Andrade to save you from the 5'3" Mexican luchadors? The only one that looks dangerous is the tan one. He's tan. He looks evil.
I think he took his mask off. I don't trust him. That's the one I don't trust. He came out with a mask off. Next thing you know, his mask was off. And not only was he ugly, Eric, he was extremely sad and angry looking.
Not only was he ugly, he was angry looking.
Yes.
And he had a bad tan, man. I mean, like,
I meant to actually send him back the other way. Not only was he angry looking, he was ugly.
When Andrade took off his mask, okay looking guy. When
that man looked like Santos Escobar. Yeah, he looked like Santos Escobar if you ordered him off Rich.
Yeah, Andrade was not on TV this week. He once again leaving his AEW legacy in WWE again. Yeah, we signed him. Can I speak to your boss? I mean, he would have said
he would have ran out. No one ran out. So I want everybody in AEW, anybody that calls himself a babyface, to sit the fuck down and shut up. Y'all let a 63-year-old man get beat up in front of his kids and let his kids get pretended to beat up by the young bucks with baseball bat, but you're willing to protect the world from the 5'3" Mexican luchadors.
Do you know what doesn't make sense in that? What also doesn't make sense is that 2.0 came out to make the save for the CMLL guys. Didn't they fight in a Anarchy in the Arena match against the Blackpool Combat Club not that long ago? They had a blood feud not that long ago.
Yes.
Can I also tell you guys that honestly,
Christopher Daniels is here.
My favorite worst wrestler in the game right now is Lexus King. His gimmick and everything, like him being slide out on the throne, is the greatest thing. But it's like after he gets in there, I was like, I want nothing to do with you. And his match against Riley King, Riley Osborne, wasn't that bad this week. But it's just like I can't make money with him, but he's such a dick.
I don't know. I don't know. On a week-to-week basis, I go back and forth on Lexi right here, and I don't know how I feel about him. And it's always like, is this the good Lexi or the bad Lexi? And I'm going to ask this question to you guys. And I'll start with Manny because you know what? I never do this. Manny, Lexi King, with the drawn-on beard, is he better with that or without it in the ring?
I need to ask you.
Tell me when we get
a follow-up. I want to answer your question with a follow-up question. You just said there's a good Lexi King and then there's a bad Lexi King. When's a good one shown up?
Oh,
when he slid out on the throne, man. When he slid out on the throne.
There are moments where you go,
no, you can't.
I think this might work.
That bit.
No, okay, Manny. When he was in that shit with Trick and Mello, where he was like the possible side piece. That was some good. That was some good shit, Manny.
Like there are little moments of pockets where you go, he might have it.
Okay,
and then you go, nope, it's gone. That's Brian Pillman Jr.
He's got a cool entrance. And then the rest of him is garbage, which makes him Karrion Kross.
But Manny, but that could be true. But he's not the worst thing on NXT's roster. He is not the worst thing. That is what's going on between Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. I didn't need Briggs telling Brooks that he need to grow up and banging him against the locker. We ain't gonna carry you. I just don't understand how Fallon Henley would take that. Like, I need to have follow-up. She need to be like
no. I think Fallon Henley needs to do what's best for her career and stay the hell away from these guys that are going to get fired.
Well, she need to stay away from Ren Sinclair too, because I was
I
concerned.
think she'd be okay.
I was glad that my girl from the Metaphor won. NXT was such a good show. NXT,
You can't
Your
call her
girl
your
from-
girl and not know her name.
You don't know their name.
I'm still trying to recover Lash Legend. I know her name. Give me a minute. Okay.
On a scale of B-Fab and Bianca Belair, where do you put Jakari Jackson?
She's closer to B-Fab. I mean, she's in the shadow of Lash, man. She in the shadow of Lash.
Yeah,
Lash
now
is-
let's expand that section, Eric.
Oh,
B-Fab, Maxine Dupree. Where does she sit?
ooh, dude, hit! You suck his battleship. Now we gotta see his boss fight.
Manny, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and this is with all due respect.
Don't do this.
If I had to pick between Maxine Dupree
Okay.
and B-Fab,
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Manny.
oh.
I know you don't want to be part of our bloodline after I say this, but I'm taking B-Fab. I think B-Fab got a little bit more potential than what Maxine Dupree do. Maxine Dupree is just bad. He's real bad.
Eric,
I'm taking
I
Jakari
would side
Jackson
with
over
you.
both of them.
I would also side with that. I would also side with you. Maxine Dupree ain't got no rhythm. I can't get. She can't walk properly. She can't even walk properly.
But
Manny, she can't throw up. She can't do the thank you. It's so that doesn't even look right.
But honestly, we have our B-Fabs. We have our Maxine Dupree. But I still think that the worst female in WWE as a whole at the moment is the nepotism hire at Ava. Ava needs to stay off.
Yeah.
I just like it's bad.
What do you mean? I am the Rock's
a
daughter,
match, and I'm like, oh my
I am
God.
the general manager.
I was like, it was so much better when she didn't talk.
Yeah, I'll see better acting in pornos than when Ava go out there. Like,
Marcus, I'm more concerned that
She
you're
makes
watching the
porno look
pornos
like
for
cinema.
acting.
you know what, Eric? The acting counts every now and then. Sometimes it's just ridiculous. Okay,
You know the
okay.
funniest
When they
thing
get
about
stuck
this?
in their laundry machines, I need it to be believable.
Monday Night Raw wasn't a bad episode. It ended with a bull rope match between Cody and Nakamura, and no one knew that Cody's week was gonna get worse. No one knew that going in. Like no one knew that was happening.
Cody put all his tears and emotions into those beatings on Nakamura on his nuts. Michael Cole's guy. It was all his emotion into the nuts of Nakamura. Nakamura didn't deserve no shit like that.
He didn't. He did not. I mean, I think for the most part, I don't think I missed anything in wrestling. That is there something you guys want to talk about? I think I got everything.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's something I'm you know what? This is the number 2 story in all of wrestling. Minus whatever the fuck's going on with Vince, which I'm not getting into. It gets darker and darker.
That's getting messier and messier.
Yeah. I don't want to know about what's going on.
They did on the table.
I want to be like Joe or The Weeknd, depending on how old you are. I don't want to know.
Marcus, about your time. Get your point out, Marcus. About your time. What you want to talk about?
I want to say, what the fuck's going on in TNA? What the flying fuck is going on with TNA? Why was Scott D'Amore fired? It did. Even their reports of what they say in the Zoom calls and all that don't seem like it makes sense. I need a scandal to go along with this. The man seemed like he was doing a really good job.
The one report I read is that him and the person in charge of Anthem had a disagreement where he wanted TNA to go one direction and the other guy wanted to go another direction, and then he offered to straight up buy TNA back from Anthem because he had some backers, and people didn't like that. They felt like it would be a coup. Therefore, they fired him and hired this other.
Small to be a coup.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. And then, like, it's funny because like some of these messages, like Trinity's message about Scott D'Amore, like it was so cryptic. I was like, I don't know if this is a good or a bad tweet. Is it in favor or not in favor of Scott D'Amore? Then Jordan Grace tweeted out. I mean, I was like, this is interesting. I mean, if anything, and Tony, listen to me. Hire Scott. If it ain't anything to do with sex, he might can help your product. He might can organize what you have on your roster to make it flow better than what you're doing right now. Because Tony, quite frankly, what you're doing right now is not making sense. You keep giving me big announcements, and then it's just like, oh, we're just gonna have a show in Boston. That's not a big announcement. That shit could have been an email, could have been put on your website. It's not an announcement.
It's Boston. It's BOSS dollar size.
And it's business.
It's big business. This is business. We're doing big business, guys.
So let me ask a question.
Big business.
So do we believe, because there's no reports, do we believe that Tony lost out on Okada? Do we think that these vignettes of the three faces that they stole from Jamal are Okada coming to NXT?
I just want to point out, I prayed for that to happen.
Honestly, I don't believe. I believe big business will be for Okada and Mercedes.
Really?
Because they're doing big business.
So you don't think that Okada's with WWE and it just hasn't leaked?
I don't think it's happening. Because if I'm using Okada,
I don't know who this Three Faces character is on NXT, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be Okada.
But it's a Japanese proverb.
Yeah, but it could be Evil, who is also a free agent.
Shit, for all we know, it's Tamatonga.
Oh no!
It could be anybody. For all we know, it could just be some. It could be Joe Blow. It could be what's that fool name? Who they call to the main roster and never use? The black guy.
Obafemi?
Odyssey Jones. For all we know, it's Odyssey Jones or Cameron Grimes or something like that. There's a bunch of people out there.
That'd be a big disappointment.
I think Okada's going to let it be.
I can't wait.
Better matchups. I've seen them fight these other guys.
I can't wait for Okada to try and get into Chase U.
I want your heart. I want your heart rumble. Jack and Ty.
What did you guys think about the fans on SmackDown when R-Truth was backstage cheering for R-Truth? Oh, it could be Wendy Chu.
Oh, she coming back as what was the name?
Oh, it could be Lil Boa. But they're Chinese.
So Lunar New Year.
Them two big?
Oh, happy Lunar New Year to everybody.
Where the fuck is Boa and Dante Chen been?
Yeah, we ain't seen my bad girl. Ava cleaned that up.
We ain't seen them since they was in the back discussing bill. Y'all sent us red envelopes with money in it. Do it.
But, as we stated before, the Mercedes whatever situation and all that, and what does it matter? What does it matter? If they're gonna treat the women the way they treat the women.
Yeah, didn't they only get one woman?
There's one character on their show at a time.
Apparently, Manny, Marcus, that was a Lunar New Year scratch. It looked like it. And Manny he's showing his pounds off. He decided he needs to floss his money.
Manny, did you give out any red envelopes?
He is Asian.
I'm Chinese.
So
you don't have to be.
No. All the Asians celebrate this. They just don't like Manny. What I've learned.
Well, Cambodian New Year happens in April.
It must be Chinese New Year, but they just call it Lunar New Year so they can all celebrate it. But
yeah, it was a big celebration last night at the casino.
That's why you're so
tired.
Karaoke.
Man. We had karaoke.
Fuck.
It shouldn't be done. It shouldn't have been done. You shouldn't be doing karaoke so bad with this live band that when people hear the hook, they go, "Is that what they singing?"
Manny, what those shades look like though, man? What they look like?
Big ass lenses I got.
Damn, Marcus, I'm sorry that because it's not a conspiracy because Black History, but only exists in America. It's our one time we get acknowledged. Although the white man known as Tony Khan keeps screwing over Swerve. Now Manny Stevie Wonder, he can't see what's going on with the reflective ass lenses.
But I just called to say I love you.
I do.
Well, I call you my Sherry and Mom. Dang, Manny does a good Stevie Wonder for no reason.
He does.
Someone said Stevie Wonder said he looked just like him.
So, Mark, is that all you want to speak about Scott DeBoer or anything else, Mark? So I'm trying to be respectful of your time because I know you have prior.
I was planning. No. I planned on leaving around 12. I'm good. It's not going to take me 40 minutes to get to crypto. I will pose next to the new Kobe statue. But I think that, what are your thoughts on the statue? I think it's a nice statue.
I think it's a nice statue.
I don't think I don't associate that pose with Kobe at all.
Well, that's the 81 pose.
I know. I don't associate that. There's so many other things. Kobe's moves and fadeaways and
let me just point out the fact that I need to say,
Eric.
The thing when they announced that they were doing a total of 3 statues, I figured that this was the statue that was the easiest one to make at the shortest amount of time to make sure they got 2, 8, 24. Because I think that was the more doing. I think that well, Marcus, he did spend 20 years with them, and he died an untimely death. I mean, it's like, and now since you guys got your own arena, we don't have to worry about putting a great Danny Manning or a Chris Paul statue in the building. I mean, we don't have to worry about that now. I mean, we can only have the greats.
I still want my Elton Brand statue.
You guys out there collecting high school jerseys to hang up someplace. I don't know what that story was about. That's a very interesting story. But I was like, it's a nice gesture. But no, because I really thought the statue was going to be Gigi and him. Personally, because it was like it's 2, 8, 24, but that was probably a little bit more complicated to make. But statue's a statue. I think Shaq is still my favorite statue because it's Duncan.
Well, it's an iconic Shaq pose. And
but I kind of feel like his statue would be him holding his jersey like this because I thought that was like one of the more Kobe moments.
I thought the pull in the heart. There's a million Kobe things.
But Marcus, that shit is kind of hard to do in bronze, man. I ain't never messed with bronze, but I don't think it's that easy.
I think the hardest one to do would be the scowl.
That Mamba mentality.
But
Manny, what did you think about Undertaker showing up for the soccer in Saudi?
He's just a sellout now, isn't
he? What the hell?
You know he is, man. Yeah. You saw him like a couple of months ago with that guy. The guy flew him out just to be a picture with his kids when it was really just for him. Undertaker's out there for a cash grab, and you know it.
Let me tell you this. I'm so sick of people retiring and getting a podcast. I'm done. I don't know why the Undertaker has a podcast.
Wait, Undertaker has a podcast now too?
Yeah, it's called 6 Feet Under with the Undertaker. And he just spit on what's going on in the wrestling world. And you know what? I didn't need it. I clicked it. I did. And it was shame. I felt shame. Because I was like, why? Why does this exist? And it just goes on with every NBA player or anything. Like, when we hang up from podcasting, I don't want to do a podcast on podcasting. Or whatever your day-to-day jobs are. It's ridiculous.
I mean, my day-to-day job is so boring. Why would I talk about it?
But man, you would have a podcast on it talking about Excel sheets.
I would love to talk about my day-to-day job, but I can't talk about it because I might reach somebody who hears stuff that I can't talk about. So I can't talk about it. Damn it. So frustrating.
Wait, you can't talk about Trey Songz and Megan Thee Stallion?
No, I can talk about
or
that.
As you know it as Bigfoot?
Margaret, you mean Tory Lanez, Marcus, not Trey Songz?
Oh, what did I say? Trey Songz. I meant to say Tory Lanez. You know I'm tired.
I mean,
you know Trey Songz,
but you're going
to jail.
So is that even a story about AEW being excluded for this a little sport conglomerate that ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers are trying to make?
Well, what the fuck is this merger?
I feel like
that happened this week too.
Speculation.
Yeah. It's not like they didn't say, oh, the NBA and all that. Who cares?
I guess I have to.
I believe they probably didn't. I believe they probably didn't mention them because they haven't signed them to a long-term deal. So there's no point mentioning them until they have.
Yeah, is that when Tony's gonna announce that AEW has a new TV deal where they do a big business like that?
I don't know. So I guess
a little big business.
I guess we have to ask the question: who had the better slap, Will Smith or The Rock? Manny, I asked you first.
I mean, Cody sold it, though.
So that's a vote for The Rock.
Chris Rock continued to just do the show.
Chris Rock just firmed it. He just thought, yeah, he hit me. Cool. And just carried on.
I'm going to say Will Smith wins due to him being Darth Vader to Jada Pinkett's Emperor Palpatine. Go slap that motherfucker.
Mark, now let me ask you this question, Marcus. How come every other year in the NBA, when a trade deadline happens, Pat Beverly gets traded to a team where he has a vital enemy? 2 years ago, he was traded to the Lakers where Russ was there, and they didn't like each other. And now this year, he's traded to the Bucks where Dame Lillard is there. He was talking shit about Dame Lillard. What is that, Marcus?
I don't know, Eric, but they needed defense. They got him. Doc Rivers is costing that team everything. But I felt the equivalent of. Yeah, I saw that. I thought the equivalent of the Milwaukee Bucks getting coach getting fired.
Ah, shit.
That's such bad Photoshop on the back.
I don't care.
The Rock. It looks like a potato in a tuxedo.
You don't have to have Betty. Put it back up real quick. You don't have to have good Photoshop to know what moment
it looks like a potato, Eric.
Roman being Jada is hilarious.
That's okay. The left side's okay. It is the right side.
My family name out your mouth. I mean, honestly, it's the exact same scenario.
By the way, Seth has that outfit.
Damn.
Oh. Yeah, but fire Stockton DeMore was the equivalent of the Milwaukee Bucks firing their coach. Who they gonna bring in?
I mean, the thing about it is like, once again, the Milwaukee Bucks, their biggest problem is nepotism. You got Giannis's brother on that team who is trash.
Let that be on that team. Has that hurt anybody?
Yeah, because they got rid of
anybody.
They got rid of Brick Lopez's brother, and which I think was a favorite moment where he got traded or let go, and he's on the sideline reading the book, not giving a fuck about what's going on with the game.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. Is Giannis happy? He is. That's okay.
And it's great that Manny quit on the Knicks, and they finally became a good team.
When was I ever on that Knicks hype train in the first place? I told you I lurk in the shadows, and I don't even talk about them. I don't reference them in my real life. I don't even acknowledge the score sometimes.
Manny sounds like he has a divorce with the Knicks, and people keep bringing him up and calling him. They calling him Mr. Knickerbocker, and he's like, "That is not my name anymore. I divorced them. Okay, I am no longer associated with James Dolan and the Knickerbockers. Spike Lee can kiss my ass."
Man, Carl,
let's talk about real business though, real quick.
We got real business, all right.
We got quick business. Since we're not doing the Super Bowl watch alone, who you got?
And remember, there's no show next week for me unless you guys do one.
Why?
I told you guys I have the quinceañera I have to photograph.
This quinceañera this week.
No, it's next week. Because I would.
It's been happening for like 20 years.
Huh? February 7th.
That's all fair conversation.
Now your question, Marcus.
Super Bowl predictions, Eric. Manny believes Usher is going to have a terrible halftime show. And I don't know who you predict to win, but I would like to hear what your thoughts are, what's going to happen on the Super Bowl.
Well, Marcus, personally and professionally, I'm really hoping Tony Khan is booking the Super Bowl and it's just a draw because I don't want anybody to win. I hate both teams, and I quite frankly, I can't take the Niners with it, and I can't take the Chiefs with it. I just don't want nothing to happen. And as for Manny thinking Usher is going to have a subpar Super Bowl halftime show, I think they all have a subpar halftime show because you can't play the hits that really made him famous because you can't offend the sensitive ears of everybody else who's watching this show. I mean, look at Rihanna's Super Bowl. Like, she couldn't even do half of the good songs that she got, and she was pregnant. So, I have a feeling Usher will go out there and do a lot of new songs that people don't know to try to move his new album.
Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, as they live and breathe on that stage with Eminem and 50 Cent,
the best halftime show. Me.
Said everything in their mama from all they old ass hits.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people who's upset about that. And and I think that it's about time that we have a white performer at the Super Bowl next year because Jay-Z and Rock Nation have put a lot of the blicks in charge of the Super Bowl entertainment.
Well, if Taylor Swift would get off her fat ass and get up to that, I don't think she's fat at all.
Wow.
But if she get her fat ass off the couch, maybe she could do the halftime show. I mean, she's showing up to every other game like she knows what's going on and shit, dancing around.
I would agree.
In her big jacket.
Shakira and J-Lo, they did their thing in Miami. It was a lot of shaking.
I watched that with no sound, and I thought it was excellent. No, it wasn't that perfect. The casino didn't have sound, but I'm just saying it was an excellent performance. Everybody was happy.
Like, the thing about Usher, I don't think Usher is as famous as people want to make him. I mean, he's very black famous, but he's not Rihanna level. Like, people know his name. He got but I'm pretty sure that most people couldn't name more than 10 songs of what Usher does.
No, he ain't white people famous.
No, he's not. He's not.
You know what? I think he's white people famous.
No, he's not, Marcus.
No, I
he's
don't
not.
I think Usher has crossed over with Yeah.
No,
I think Yeah goes white.
Marcus.
Yeah, was a crossover hit.
That's the only soul, Marcus. That's the only soul. I don't think he's not Rihanna, Beyonce level. He's not there. He's not where he wants to be.
No, he's not a megastar because that's the Beyonce,
he's a star, though.
The Swifts, Rihanna, and I can't think of a male who's a megastar. Maybe The Weeknd.
But I think he's a star enough to perform at the halftime show, though. I mean, let me say, everything is better than when they pick Coldplay to perform at the halftime show. Like, I don't know what that was about. And then they had to bring in Beyonce and Bruno Mars to save that halftime show. Because I was like, what song Coldplay got that go get me jiggy besides
I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Yeah, you
You
know.
start singing Yellow in the middle of this and going like,
Yeah,
why?
but okay, Levi. Yes, Confessions sold over 10 million records. But name me one song on Confessions he could do at the halftime show. We ain't trying to hear about. We ain't trying to let it burn
for me
These
to
are
say
my
this,
confessions.
but it's coming from my heart. It's a long time coming.
I say,
oh,
you say,
baby,
you
I
say
got
that.
a part.
It's true. It's true. The viewership of the Super Bowl will go down because people will start fucking.
Yeah, it's like.
The Super Bowl just become a giant orgy. It's Vegas.
I still think Prince was one of the best halftime
Prince was
shows.
amazing.
Motherfucker played in rain and shit. Man.
It was a diva about it. He wasn't fucking his hair, nothing.
The rap shit was wrapped up, strutting around the hills. You
But
damn
who
right.
gonna win?
I told you draw. I don't want nobody to win.
It's gonna be Hangman with his giant mustache.
You damn right.
None of you win. None of you win. Patrick and Purdy or Kittle or
Patrick's
Kelsey.
lying on
None of
Patrick's
you.
lying on the floor.
Can I tell you?
On the turf.
I will tell you this.
5 more minutes.
Overtime. I'll tell you this. Hangman.
I ain't gonna give you 5 more minutes.
No, Hangman.
I want somebody.
Overtime.
I need Tony Romo on commentary. I just heard from Roger Goodell.
Hangman's
that it will be a triple threat
for the
Super
record.
Bowl.
His mustache made that segment so much better because I knew he was spit hate. I ain't giving you 5 minutes. You ain't getting it from me. Fuck you. Bye.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Levi.
I think Usher's gonna do a
Pitbull can
good
show up. I would love to see Pitbull show up.
I mean, it's all about the special guests.
Yeah.
You put out Pitbull. I know Ludacris is gonna be there for no reason.
Jerry said Lil
You
Jon
give me
Lucas is gonna be
DDP
there.
at his yoga school, and they do all together. I'm all for it.
So who you want to see to do the Super Bowl next year, Marcus?
Man, I don't know.
Where's the Super Bowl at?
Next year? I don't know. I'm just gonna say Minnesota. That's what Wrestlemania is trying to be.
That's where I want to go for. I want to go meet the biggest Somalian population in the United States in Minnesota.
Wait, they've got big Somalian population in Minnesota.
I don't know, but it is.
Lil Jon will definitely be there.
Random for them to settle there.
First of all, Betty, you should be more impressed that that's a random stat that I know for no good fucking reason.
That should be an investigation of why you know that.
Because it happened.
I believe Shantae told him. I don't believe he knew that on his own.
It was when they were casting for Captain Phillips. They went to Minnesota because to find the Somalians to play the role of the people. Yeah, don't ask me how I know that.
They could have just gone to Somalia.
Nah, man, they're not. They don't got union cards.
Well,
I mean that.
I was going to say this about the kickoff show. I forgot I brought this up in a phone conversation or text messages. This kickoff show was free with The Rock slapping Cody. It's going to probably be the greatest kickoff, whatever the hell this was, press conference release of all time, which, they're not going to ever top it. But I see this happening every year in every Super Bowl town, and they're going to eventually start charging people for it. Do you agree?
I mean, yeah. Hey, you know what? And I saw y'all comments about AEW couldn't get this crowd, even though WWE. AEW Dynamite in Arizona had a pretty good showing. That was a pretty good turnout for them.
They showed up. They do better on the West Coast than they do on their East Coast.
It's because
but they about to go on their
Coast
Toronto
no
run.
Time.
Yeah.
The West Coast is treated like Manny is in Europe, where you don't get many shows over there. And it's
Although
like,
I believe no one, and I believe the quote, the great Alicia Keys, no one is showing up for collision
You sound
tonight.
just like her, Mark. You sound just like her, man.
Thank you.
Right there.
Thank you.
You
Alicia
hit
told
all
me that herself. She told me that herself. I was once doing karaoke in the bar, and I go, "Oh shit, it's Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats," and they were like, "You sound just like her," and I was like, "Thank you, guys, thank you." And they tried to sign me to a record
Levi,
deal,
this
but I
was your
declined.
year. It's never
money
happening
wasn't good.
again. The Lions are over.
Yeah, Levi. I don't know, man.
Levi, I have the question. You know, you went to AEW Double or Nothing by yourself, and your wife is attending the Super Bowl by herself, it seems like, because you put that in the comments. What's up with that? What's up with that?
I understand that, man. That team beat his team. Fuck that shit. I ain't gonna see them win. Look, Mark, this is a man who's asking for a draw for a Super Bowl.
I thought he was a Niners fan.
No, he's a Lions fan. His wife is a Niners fan.
Oh. Well,
Why, Marcus, I want you to do something. Read this comment and tell me how he's gonna be a Niners fan. Read that comment. What part of that makes you think he's a Niners fan?
I just think it's an entire sentence of lies when the Green Bay Packers are going to destroy everybody next year.
Now it's gonna
and
be
the Lions
Jets,
are
man.
just part.
Jets.
What the Jets gonna do? What the Jets gonna do?
Do you know that I didn't even bring them up, and I just caught some dirty strays for no reason.
The Jets gonna do?
I did that on purpose.
And the Jets are the B-Fab and Maxine Dupree of football.
Oh, that's low, Marcus. That's low. They are not that, Marcus.
They have a Super Bowl. Do the Lions?
Get low.
I mean, it took 32 years for the Lions to get one win.
Anyway, I guess.
I mean, and next year might be the year that Mike Tomlin finally gets fired.
I don't know how he's holding on.
Because he has winning records, man. He don't
know.
know.
Each year he's hanging on by a thread for his life. And he survives. I don't know how. Well, I don't know whose dick he's sucking.
The problem this year,
how he's
black.
Keeping that job.
The Rooney family love blacks, but the thing about it, he has to win. He has to. That's why they have the Rooney Rule, Marcus. The rule is come on, man.
But that don't mean they love the blacks like
but
that.
He's been a coach for 17 seasons.
You know what? Because you know what? He had a good quarterback for about 10 of those.
Let me make sure.
Yeah.
I think he's been there.
I want to say it has to be 15. It can't be 17.
He's been there for ages though, but it makes you think though.
How long has Bill Cowher been retired? It's been 17 years. But there ain't let's be realistic. There ain't no coaches out there. There aren't many coaches out there that you.
Oh, guess what? I was right. 17 seasons.
You know, there are people who have 17-year-old kids who are about to graduate high school this year. They never see the Pittsburgh Steelers with his black ass on that sideline.
No, like to think about it. You remember how long Marvin Lewis was the coach of the Bengals for no good reason?
It was forever, but he was losing.
But no, because ironically, get this though, because Marvin Lewis was the coach of the Ravens, and he was replaced by John Harbaugh, who has coached the Ravens for 16 seasons.
Marvin Lewis was never the coach of the Ravens.
He was.
He was a defensive coordinator.
I think he was the head coach too, Marcus.
Nope. He just went straight to the bank. Not Bill Belichick.
Oh, Bill Belichick. The other guy with the hair. You right. I thought he did.
No, he was the defensive coordinator, and that's how he got the job with the Bengals.
Yeah,
they ain't never hired him again.
The Ravens and the Redskins.
By the way, speaking of black coaches, respect to Lovie Smith, who got fired with a winning record and was the first black head coach to make a Super Bowl and lose it, but he's never got another job again.
Oh no, Marcus. See, you talk about Lovie Smith. Fucking Lovie Smith. I'm talking about Jim Caldwell, coach of the Lions, had the Lions on the right track, and then they fired his ass for no reason to go hire a Matt Patricia, and then and they went down here for there. That's why it took them 32 years to win. Jim Caldwell was a good coach. Then guess what happened? He went to Indianapolis. They did the same damn thing to him there too.
You know, I agree with Levi. If you give this man a quarterback, they can't be beat. Like, he had half a quarterback this season with 3 different quarterbacks. One of them was kind of good. Mr. Visky should never be allowed to touch a sport again.
Damn, Mark, you taking sports away from the man?
A sport.
You taking sports away from the man?
I'm taking sports away from Mr. Visky. And Mason Rudolph showed how bad really was. Mr. Visky. It's horrible. He's one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen.
I thought Kenny Pickett was the future of the Steelers franchise.
Apparently,
he got hurt. He still might be.
Manny, I have no issues with number 8. I have no issues with number 8, but people really don't think Kenny Pickett is the answer. I thought he was a solid quarterback. I just think that he's very fragile.
He's a notch below Kirk Cousins.
Oh, that's low, man.
It's the truth. Low. It's the truth.
Kirk Cousins is not good at all.
No, I know. That's what that meant, man.
He's the beneficiary of having good receivers around him.
Kirk Cousins is the white version of Dak Prescott, and I said it, and I stand by it.
Kirk Cousins is a McDonald's cheeseburger. You know what it is.
I think Dak. I'm quite down on Dak a lot of times, but I think he's still got a lot more than Kirk Cousins.
I'll take Geno Smith over Kirk Cousins.
There's a lot of people you would take over Kirk Cousins. I'm just saying.
Baker Mayfield.
I'll take Tom Brady right now over Kirk Cousins.
Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles, man. Greatest backup for the Rams ever, man. Fucking Blake Bortles, man.
What the fuck is that?
Picking up quarterbacks.
Yeah, now you're going to bring up John Kitna and shit? Like,
Blaine Gafford. You know.
Vinny Testaverde? What else?
Hey, don't you dare speak ill of Vinny. Don't you dare.
Chad, what was your quarterback
Pennington.
you had? Chad, somebody hit it. Yeah.
Chad Pennington, the only person the most accurate guy for 10 yards. If he threw it any further, his arm would break.
Manny, I want to add this. In your lifetime, the greatest Jets quarterback,
Mark
is it
Sanchez.
Vinny Testaverde? Or is it Mark? Yeah, that's what I was going
Mark
to
Sanchez.
Manny, does it hurt you that his whole career is defined by that butt fumble? Because I feel like that's so bad for Mark Sanchez because he was not that bad of a quarterback.
Do you know what? I was so I don't follow college football nearly enough, but then when I saw the hype for this kid, and then the Jets trading up to get Mark Sanchez, I was so hyped. I was like, you know what? We might be able to do something. And he led the team under Rex Ryan to 2 AFC championship games. Lost both of them, but played half a game in each game, much like the Lions did.
Let's be honest. Like Caleb Williams, he's gonna suck
Brett
too.
Favre the best quarterback in your lifetime.
Ain't no good USC quarterback.
Brett Favre wasn't. Brett Favre was there for 1 year.
The last good USC quarterback was Carson Palmer.
And he was serviceable.
Yes,
he was just a step ahead of Kirk Cousins.
Matt Barkley, Matt Leinart, Sam Darnold,
all the Matts,
Mark Sanchez, all the USC quarterbacks ain't been shit.
Well, you say that, but I would say Mark Sanchez is probably one of the best out of the way, the best you've listed because he's got the best playoff record.
He does.
Out of all of them.
Better than Carson Palmer. I thought Carson did something.
No,
he Buffalo Bills.
No, in the playoffs. I thought he did something in the playoffs.
No, the Bengals only did stuff under their current.
Remember, his coach was Marvin Lewis. It was Marvin Lewis. They never won because they couldn't handle the Steelers.
Are we about to just bring up random ass quarterbacks? Rodney Peete, Jay Fielder.
You know, when he said Rodney Peete, I was immediately thinking of Rodney Mack.
Can I ask a question? Okay, Smush. Okay, what you gonna do about it? You talking about you would not accept this Carson Palmer slander? What you gonna do? Carson Palmer was mid.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is conclusive.
And I believe UCLA has Jordan Love. Didn't Jordan Love go to UCLA? No, that was Huntley.
Yeah. No, Jordan Love went there too, I believe. That's how I heard of Jordan Love, I believe. Originally.
Mark, Jordan Love went to Utah State. You got it confused because he was drafted right after they drafted Brent Hundley, who went to UCLA, who kind of fizzled out.
I don't pay attention to those drafts.
Well, Chip Kelly's no longer the coach of UCLA. Praise Jesus.
Oh, they fired him.
No, he left to go become the offensive coordinator for Ohio State.
Man, he made his money. He don't care.
Well, anyway, Marcus got to go watch the Clippers play the worst team in the NBA, the Detroit Pistons.
You did right.
Don't lose. That's all I got to say. Don't lose.
I don't care. I don't care. I got a suite. I'm in the VIP. Can't wait. I get to be snooty.
Hey, JK, it ain't a cheap shot if they win the game, and they won the game.
Do anybody care about this? In fact, leave your comments of a random quarterback that really disappointed you in your life.
John Kitna. Mark Brunell.
John Kitna never had nobody.
Mark Brunell.
Mark Brunell. Shit. Lefty and everything. Mark Brunell disappointed the fuck out of me.
Jay Cutler. Never amounted to shit.
Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please hit that like and leave a comment below. My name is Eric. I am one of the hosts of the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. I will not be here next week. These guys may be here next week, but I don't think they're going to work on Saturday because it is my show, unless Marcus do it.
We may do it.
Yeah. Don't you tell us what we may or may not do. How dare you? We're the kings of the ropes. Shit.
And the Wolf Dogs spelt WULFDAWG.
Wow. Well, anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this show. And until
I don't like the disappointment that came from your Teutonio voice.
Well, because the thing about it, we didn't really talk about the double Habibi kick, which should have been the main thing, because that ended the match. I do right there.
I'm just happy DIY didn't win the match.
Well,
Really?
the reason for it is they're going to Australia, and then the Australians need English people to boo.
As I jump into you guys set for this.
No, you unlocked the multiverse.
I did. I do like the comic book stands, and when I'm trying to find what I'm looking for and I can never find it. God damn it. This is ridiculous.
Just blow the motherfucker up. Just
That's
put
what I'm
Pikachu
trying to
up there.
find.
Just put Pikachu up there in the show. I'm gonna hit end stream.